Hey everyone!
Hello and welcome back to the H&U Podcast with your host, Himale, and
Urvashi.
yes, like the video if you can, subscribe and also share. Only if you like it though.
Yes.
Enjoy this episode.
Right. If money wasn't a thing, where would you live and what would you do?
Okay, so I asked this question because, I wanted to ask this question. I've always said this. If there was no such thing as money, right? Forget about it, because I know that people will be, realists will be like, oh, you can't do that, blah, blah. But let's say this is the ideal world, yeah? And money wasn't a thing.
Mm-hmm.
You could live anywhere you wanted to, free. I'd live in Hawaii. And I'd doing music lessons every day.
That's cool.
That would be so fun. Just like chilling in a music room. Just messing around. That'll be the lesson. And if anyone wants to make anything, I'll try and help them. That'd be cool.
That would be very cool.
What about you? What would it be? What was the question? How was it? If money wasn't a thing,
where
would you live and what would you do?
I not really thought about it. I think I would want to go somewhere tropical 100%.
Mm-hmm.
You know, being the person that's intolerable to the cold. I hate the cold, guys.
I think it's the other way around. The cold hates you.
I mean, I'll take it. I'm literally always cold, so I mean, hence the jumper when it's like really sunny today. So yeah, somewhere tropical.
Mm-hmm.
And what would I do? I would be loving my photography life, my videography life. Literally, I could just go anywhere I want within that tropical island, or wherever I end up living.
True.
And just take a ton of pictures.
Mm-hmm. And you could do what you wanted to do anyway with the wedding stuff. You just take pictures of weddings for free.
Yeah.
Give it to them. You know what I mean?
Fully.
That's it.
Mm-hmm. And there's no money motivation thing, because money don't exist. You can just do what you want.
Yeah, but I guess money makes things... it just allows us to live in the world that we're living in. Money. At this moment in time, let's say the ideal world is not there, which is obvious, but that's why it's always good to push yourself to do more things. I don't know where I'm going with this, to be honest, but... It might cut out all of that, but yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. So you somewhere tropical. Have you got names?
Yeah, no.
Anything tropical?
Honestly, anywhere tropical. I would want to be on a beach, because I'm rarely on a beach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But do you not think that the novelty will wear off after? Because a holiday is a holiday for a reason, isn't it? You go there and you enjoy the time, but eventually that place that you call home feels like home. Sometimes homes feels like...
Yeah, I get that. I mean, I guess it just depends on, like, why are you there? Like, if you were going to somewhere for work, and it was, like, a tropical place and stuff, you're getting paid to be there, to do whatever your role is, your job role, whatever. Would you still appreciate your surroundings? Would you still appreciate the fact that you're there? Or would you just be focused on, I'm doing my job?
If I was getting paid for it, 100%, I'd enjoy it as much as I can. I'm getting paid for doing something that's so cool, and I'm in an interesting place with interesting people. That would be cool.
Yeah. But if you're there for pleasure, I mean, that becomes your home. Mm-hmm. Anywhere you could live. But yeah. I reckon I would miss home, though.
Yeah.
100%. I'd be like... Because I'm such a homebody as well. I'd be like, I want to go back home.
Yeah. I get that.
Yeah.
I feel like that too sometimes.
There's another thing of, like, if I ended up living somewhere else, I'd be so cautious about, like, the insects there. Because I'm not the biggest fan of insects or spiders.
You're already so used to the spiders and that here. You understand them. Over there in a different tropical place. You're
honestly,
like, how does this work?
Like even places with snakes, I'm like, how are people living where there's snakes just anywhere? Yeah.
That is crazy.
Jumping spiders. Oh my goodness.
But I guess that's because we've seen that over the years, like on TVs and stuff like that. That's how it is. But people are still living there, so surely there's a way of them like just living life like that.
Yeah, I mean,
they're braver than me. I'll
say
that.
Very, very brave. Oh my goodness. But yeah, so that's where we would live. How are you supposed to know you're fucking up if no one's telling you, or if no one's there to tell you?
How would you know? You won't, I don't think. And it's hard for people to tell someone they're fucking up because they don't want to hurt that person's feelings, but at the same time, like, they've got to know for them to change.
Exactly. In order to be able to adjust something so you're not fucking up, you need to be in in the where. Like, you need to be aware of the fact that you are, you know?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the end of that one.
Yeah, man. I don't know. No, let's talk more about it. Like,
I guess you can get a sense, right? Like, if you have a feeling like, oh shit, is this really me, or am I doing something? Like, you know how you have a gut feeling, and sometimes it's trying to tell you, like, oh, this is not it. This is not you. This is not the way. Like, you know. Or if you get, like, we've spoken about when you can sense someone else's aura.
Yeah.
And if that person is the one that's leading you to do all these things that you feel like you're fucking up, you know, you have the power to change that. You just need to realise it.
Yeah, but it's easier said than done, isn't it? With a lot of
100%.
things in life. But if you really want to get out of the situation you're getting out of, like, let's say you keep running into the same problem again and again with different people. And then you're like, well, if it's happened to, like, 5 people, then surely something's going on, like... Or it could just be the case that nothing is actually going on. It's just like the way life is. So it's always tricky to not know where the line is. So you just gotta keep working. You know what I mean? Like, just keep trying.
Yeah, keep working at yourself, guys. I'm trying to get comfortable.
Okay.
Yeah. What else is there? Do you know when the last time you felt like you were fucking up was? Like, you know, when you have a gut instinct where you're like, okay, maybe not. Or you're unsure about something.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I felt like that when I was in in a relationship that I was in. I wasn't particularly the best person because I was going off of what I was in my first relationship. Basically, like, the first person fucked me over and I was called too nice. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to be too nice anymore. I'm going to be a horrible bastard. I don't know why I chose to do that, but I just did. I was like, I don't want to get hurt again. Maybe that's what it was. I still want to get hurt again, so I'm like, you know what, let me just try it the other way. Yeah. Bad boys are always the ones that... Anyways, so during this relationship, I got to a point where I was like, we need to break up because I'm not good for you. And because it's true, like, I just wasn't. And I was horrible. Just like, I was just a horrible person. Okay. But I got out of that because I knew that it wasn't good for any of us. So you did
the responsible thing.
That I knew I was fucking up there. That was why we were talking about that. I knew I was fucking up. And so I went, okay, now I need to stop that and move on because it hurts. I know moving on, but, you know, you just got to get the courage to do it. You don't want to be a coward in certain situations. I know loads of guys do that where they expect, and I'm sure girls do this as well, but they expect the other person, like, let's say they don't want to be in a relationship, they expect, like, they do all the bad things to make the other person break up with them. And that's such a coward way of doing it. Like, if you don't like someone, just go up to them and tell them.
Honest.
Just be honest and tell them, and you know, if they're going to be, of course they're going to be upset, but you did the right thing. I
mean, I think if instead of that, like, they'd respect the fact that you didn't waste their time. Like, because everybody's out here, like, you know, everyone's doing their thing. Like, and whenever something like that happens, you catch feelings, you lose interest, whatever. Like, just be honest about it, communicate. Because that just, like, it's the easiest way for everybody to just, like, there's no drama there. There's no, it's like hiding behind someone's back or trying to get someone to break up with someone. Like, it's a bit too dramatized. It's childish. Me, you know?
It's childish. Just like, say how you feel. You know.
That's like the sabotage, like the conspiracy. It reminds me of like telenovelas and like Indian dramas. All these TV serials.
I'll never get it. I'll never get Indian serials and why people like them. I really don't understand it. Like, this literally the same episode, like same show. It's the plot. Different characters.
The plot
same
is
show, different characters, different names. All the same thing happens all the time.
Well, it's changing slightly.
Is it? I guess I've not seen it recently, but
neither have I. I just know they're a lot more open now. Like, there's more like LGBTQ plus, like, you know, like they're more aware of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So at least there's representation and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Can't say people watch them, but they're definitely trying to evolve what they're making.
Yeah.
So it's not all based off of heterosexual relationships and stuff.
Okay, well, that's just one part of it, though. What about the falling down the stairs and rolling over and the...
Oh, that's always going to happen.
I guess...
Someone gets kidnapped, someone comes back from the dead.
Yeah. What's that about? I guess they can do what they want. There's no rules. There's no rules.
I love it okay, the reason why people watch it, for me anyways, is because it's an escape to a different reality where all of this stuff happens. People come back from the dead. People fall down the stairs and they're fine. Like, you know?
Okay, yeah, okay. So it's like how some people like anime. It's a different world.
You get immersed into the story.
Oh.
Basically.
Well, I don't think I'll ever get immersed in it because I get too annoyed. Like, I get really mad sometimes when I watch it. I'm like, what the fuck? There's no logic to this. What the fuck?
That's the realist in you as well. You're like, I need to turn this off.
No, but then the opposite side, like my favorite anime show, hands down, is Avatar: The Last Airbender. You not watched it? Where have you been?
I've not watched it.
Joe, where have you been? No, to be fair, I don't know why you've not watched it. It doesn't matter. So yeah, like that. So my realist side is there in terms of like, what the fuck is this? But then I love jumping into different worlds. It's cool.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, that's why I appreciate like TV and film.
Yeah.
For like the fact that they're able to do that, they're able to create this escape for people, and that's why like that industry works. Like people want that. You want to have like even if it's 2 hours or like a show that's like 30 minutes long, you get to just go in, dive in deep. You know.
Well, still gonna be nonsense to me.
For Indian serials, for you, that won't work. Yeah, but when it's extra drama, that's when you're like, the fuck is going on here?
No.
But yeah, we've kind of drifted away from watching the Indian serials.
You have,
but also the English stuff. It's weird now. It's like always Netflix, Amazon Prime.
Yeah, remember we used to watch EastEnders, Coronation Street, Hollyoaks. I don't think you watched. Yeah, Neighbours, Home and Away.
I didn't watch Hollyoaks.
Never.
I was too young.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it for too long, but that was wild. That was literally like the soap operas. Are they called? Is that what you call them?
I'm pretty sure they're soap operas. Yeah.
I don't know why I said soap opera. I'm like, wait, is that an opera brand? My bad.
Yeah. Soap operas is correct.
Yeah. I don't know where I was going with that, but yeah.
Yeah, no, that's what we would watch back in the day in the old house as well. That's what you were saying, and then you were like, soap opera.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Hollyoaks, all of them. And then I guess that's when TV was like a lot bigger than everything else. And now we have like Netflix, Amazon Prime. Like you get to choose what you want to watch, and it's like subscription based.
It all started with YouTube, man.
Oh yeah, 100%. YouTube's like undeniable.
Do you remember the first YouTube video you watched?
I remember when I started to realise that I have freedom over what I do and like what I want to watch and stuff. And I watched the Shaytards.
Shaytards?
Yeah.
I watched them at some point.
I went all the way back and watched like their first ever vlogs and watched every single vlog they had.
Yeah. I think my first ever video I'd watched was Ryan Higa's How to Be Ninja. That cracked me up so much to the point where me, Ritz and Dee, we'd actually recorded on our phone. I wish I had it because the footage would have been so funny. Me, Ritz and Dee used to record ourselves recreating these videos.
Oh my goodness.
And we tried to do it, like imitate everything that he did in that video.
All the dares and everything, if he did dares back then.
He didn't do dares. Well, you don't know the video, but the concept is funny. I think it's still on YouTube. Shout out to Ryan Higa.
Shout out to you.
So funny.
I used to watch his like dare stuff.
Yeah.
Like when some of his guests were like my favorite YouTubers, then I would watch it.
Yeah.
But I'm not like a consistent viewer, sorry.
Yeah, no, I was a consistent for a while. I grew up on YouTube, that's why. I'm a YouTube... What do you call people who watch YouTube? YouTube head. I don't know, I just made it up. I was a YouTube head, trust me.
Yeah, I think nowadays, like probably last week and this week is like, I've been watching YouTube more than anything else. Like I've not been watching TV, no shows, nothing. It's been YouTube because I'm playing catch up. Because, like, when I was at uni, that's when I was like, okay, no more YouTube, like, until I graduate. And I've graduated. I'm like, okay, I'm 3.5 years behind, like. Yeah. So I need to
Who are you watching?
catch up. Bobby Mares, his vlogs. I love Bobby Mares. Shout out to Bobby Mares. And, like, K&J and Sidemen. Oh, my God, I'm so behind on the Sidemen as well. So, just a mix of
I watch
everyone.
a couple of Sidemen videos, yeah.
Yeah. I like their Sidemen reacts. I think that
they've
I'm
gone
so
far, man. They've gone so far. I mean, I forget about the group. I just remember KSI, just watching him do his Road to Division 1 stuff. From that to being on... What was the magazine he was on? He was on front cover of Rolling Stone. God, give it to him, man. He's done so much. His work ethic is crazy. So you got to give it to him. But I'll tell you now, KSI, I'm not trying to lick at your ass and that, but the music is not great. I don't like the music. That's personal preference. I don't like the music. But everything else is done, respect, man. You can't you know.
I'm still hung up on the fact that you're like, forget about the group. I'm like, wait, what?
No, but KSI, obviously,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
because then I got to know
The others,
the
yeah, because
others.
of him.
I mean, Simon, he was in a couple of videos, so I did kind of know him. I was like, oh yeah, it's his mate.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't watch his videos like until it was in the Sidemen.
Do people who smell know they smell?
Okay, this is why I wanted to say this, right? So I remember when I used to work at Matt Plains, right? I was a shop floor don. Like you asked, I'd advise, right? So one time this guy came in, big, huge don, overweight, yeah, and he was walking around, and my manager said, "Oh, go ask him and see if he wants anything," or he's like, "Okay." So he walked this way, so I went around this aisle and walked this way, and I went down his slipstream. Do you understand that?
Oh no.
And I went, oh my God, this is bad. Like, this smells like really bad. It's like, if you could see it, kind of smell. Like that.
Oh no, not
that bad. So I walked and I had to ask him if he was alright, and I had to talk out of my mouth, like breathe out my mouth, sorry, are you okay? Yeah, okay. Like I kept going, "Bleh." Then one of them ones, it was that bad. But yeah, do people who stink know they stink? I don't think so. But you said something. You said that.
I did.
Yeah, go on. What were you going to say?
So you get used to the environment you're in. Like if, say you walk into a house and you're like, oh my God, it smells of, I don't know, food. It smells of Mackey's, whatever, right? And then if you stay there long enough, you can't smell that anymore. Like your nose like adapts to the environment. You get used to your surroundings.
Yeah.
And so if a person's been smelling bad for a long time, they're not going to smell it on themselves. But it's also like, when you smell good, do you know you smell good? Like if you wear lots of fragrance or perfume, sometimes if it lingers and you can still smell it, you know, you're like, nah, I smell good, right? But when you smell bad, like your nose kind of ignores it.
Mine doesn't. Not to me
no,
anyway.
yourself, that's what I mean.
What do you mean? Oh, yeah. No, that's true.
Yeah.
You kind of shut it out. Yeah.
It's almost like also when you've been out, and you know when you come back in the house after like a long walk or after working out, for you anyways, I don't work outside. And like, you know you smell because you've been outside, you've been, you know, doing stuff. But you can't necessarily smell it on yourself until you like pay attention to it.
Yeah, true.
Like the amount of times Dad's walked in the house after a walk and I'm like, oh my God, Dad, you smell. And he's like, what do you mean I smell? I'm like, here, take this, spray yourself or have a shower or something, please. But yeah. So I think you don't know if it's a bad smell, sometimes not even a good smell, because you get used to the
Yeah,
smell,
like yeah, you're right. You do get used to the smell. So they don't know then.
Yeah.
Which means no one has had the balls to go up to the guy and say, mate, you actually really smell. And I'm trying to, I'm not being mean. Like, I just, like, you can't really say it.
Yeah. I mean, but it also depends. Like, if they know they've done a shit ton of stuff that day.
Yeah,
like,
but I don't think it's that smell, though. It's not that kind of smell. It's like I said, the kind of smell that you could see, that kind of smell. Like, do you know how bad that kind of smell is?
Like, they've been sitting in their own urine and shit for ages.
Yeah, like they've slept in the same bed with the same duvet covers and the same clothes and not washed any of it in the last 12 years. Like, that kind of
themselves.
Well, it doesn't really matter if they clean themselves. Bloody hell, like, yeah.
Oh, God.
Then again, it could go down to, like, they just don't know because they have a type of problem and, you know, all that stuff.
Maybe.
Then in that case, I'm an arsehole. Like, I'm an arsehole, I'll take it.
Just go up to them, they're like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't smell. Like, I don't have a sense of smell.
Yeah, imagine they're like, oh, thank you so... They could be really helpful, like thankful. Oh my God, I've not smelled anything in the last 12 years, and you're telling me I smell. Thank you.
Maybe, or they could be like, you dick.
Yeah.
They'll be like, how dare you insult me?
Yeah, just go and hug me. No, please!
It goes both ways. You would burn them clothes.
Yeah. I love PTSD, so much I was hugging.
I mean, you've given that to me and Mum every time he has a workout and he's like, oh, Mum, you want a hug? And she's like, get the fuck away from me, you stink.
Yeah, that's for fun.
Morning person or night owl?
I'm a morning person, 100%. I love waking up.
I thought you turned off. I think it just said that it just turned into another video.
How rude are you? Oh! Ryan Fatima. Alright, I'll see how it is.
I'm sorry, I wanted the audience to see you.
I'm a morning person. I love waking up in the mornings. I love... it's because no one else is awake at that time. That's what I like. And that kind of... For me, it kind of puts me in this... like... calm and collective thinking feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Where I'm able to like be like, okay, how do I actually feel right now? How do I feel today about the day? What am I grateful for? What am I looking forward to?
It's like your me time, right?
Yeah.
Because there's nobody else to disturb you. Everybody else is like sleeping.
Yeah. And I push away the things that I don't need, like my phone, like anything like that. I don't even look at it for a good like 30, 45 minutes.
That's a healthy way of living.
I've got to though, because I'm the kind of person that gets influenced by anything in the morning. And then I listen to like audiobooks or like a podcast in the morning about something interesting, like dopamine level, just a dopamine. Why am I not be able to say that? Dopamine, yeah? Dopamine levels, all that stuff. And then stretching and breathing, as in my meditation and all that stuff. I could go on about it all the time. I think this is like the 4th time I'm talking about it.
Honestly, what I see is you have a very healthy lifestyle and you embrace it.
Yeah.
And then I see my lifestyle. I'm a night owl and I do okay.
Yeah, you're completely polar opposite.
Yeah. So I like my me time to be at night. I don't like being awake in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I like sleeping in a lot. So yeah, my me time's always when everybody else is asleep.
Mm-hmm.
But at night.
Do you think you're going to have a hard time adjust when you start living, like, actually living life in terms of having
Like
to go work
and
and all that other stuff?
I know myself, and I know that when it's time to step up, I will. I think it's just the fact that right now I have a lot of freedom.
Good.
So I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to use this to my advantage.
Yeah.
And, like, this might be the only time in my entire life that I get to sleep at 3 a.m. and wake up at 11 a.m., like, just to have that. To be able to do that.
I'll tell you now, it's not. You're going to have so many times where you're going to be doing stuff like that.
Fair.
I say, but I get what you mean. Like, that it might be like that for you. It might be like that for you.
Yeah.
But you will have times. It's just, as long as you're enjoying your routine, but you actually know when to fix up and go for it, then I don't really have anything to say.
Yeah, no, that's it. I know I won't struggle with, like, because I know how to, control it. It's just... Right now, I'm at the stage where I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of starting to control it. Like, I'm not waking up at stupid times like 2 p.m., 3 p.m. anymore.
Yeah.
It's always before 12 p.m.
Yeah.
And if it's not, then I'll kick myself for it, So,
right.
yeah.
As long as you're holding yourself accountable for all these things that you're getting wrong, but you're actually looking at it as, that's fine, let me just change that. Change it a bit.
Yeah.
Cool.
100%. Just to better my own life, to be able to do more stuff in the day. Like, since I've been, like, very strict with waking up at 11:45... I've been able to work out, I've been able to have a shower and then go get mum. It's not just get up, get ready and go get mum from work. No, it's always get up, like you have time to yourself, you get to chill, listen to music. And work out. Yeah, so that's what I've been doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been told that my workout is a pathetic excuse for a workout, but guess what? It works for me, so deal with it.
Thank you for listening, guys.
Thank you so much.
We hope you enjoyed it. If you can, like the video, subscribe, and share.
Yes.
If you like it.
Mm-hmm.
Goodbye.
See you next week. Bye.
Peace.